I think it's all a matter of momentum and how things are looking.
Well, he has the momentum at the moment.
He had the momentum, but I think the Pastor Wright issue has come back to haunt him a bit. And
isn't that very unfair?
No, I don't think it's unfair at all. I think it's a legitimate question. If you sat in the pews and a man got up and said America should be called KKK, not USA, if a man stood up and damned Hillary Clinton because she had never been, he used the term a nigger, this guy's a lunatic.
Well, I've heard bits of his speech where he said, we bombed, or the American state had bombed Nagasaki. True. Mm-hmm. The American state had invaded Iraq. True. I mean, an awful lot of what the man said was true.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable, but true.
Well, does the future president of the United States feel the same way?
But I mean, have you never sat in front of a priest at any stage in your life?
No.
who preached from the pulpit things that you absolutely disagreed with?
Yes, but I think, Barack Obama is trying to have it both ways. He's trying to say, look, to me, this man is a black racist. He's the same as a white racist. The things he's saying about whites or the things he's saying about people are as offensive to me as if David Duke was saying.
But are they true?
I don't think they're true. No, I don't think America is KKK. I don't think the country is, some awful...
I know, KKK is to stretch it, but he didn't say that.
Well,
but
he did.
Well, his pastor did.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, yes. That's who I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
But, I mean, I've listened to many a priest utter things that I wouldn't agree with for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's part of a church. But I wanted to come back to the other thing. I mean, the facts are the prisons are full of black people, not white people.
No, that's true. And I think there are very legitimate issues, but I think they have to be argued on a rational level. You can't have the kind of vituperative rhetoric on any side in America. I think that's what America has learned very well. I just think it's interesting that Barack Obama sat in the pews while all this was going on, and never once in any of his books or anything else he worshipped this man. But yet, to a lot of Americans, this man is a black racist. He's no different to Louis Farrakhan, who made all these comments about Jews and everything else. And so, I mean, there is that issue about it.
I don't really know if that's fair. If you take a society where black people are still at the bottom of the pile,
right.
You have to acknowledge it. And if you are a black pastor who has, in whatever choice of language you use, if you have witnessed this happen to generation after generation, of course you're going to object to it.
I think he's perfectly entitled to object to it. The question is he right? And is his language, so far over the top that it's dangerous? I mean, that's the issue. And I think the issue that the Clinton campaign has seized on is that Barack Obama, never once raised his voice to his pastor and said, look, I think your language is quite extreme here, and I think your language is probably wrong. Because let's turn this around. If this was David Duke and he was preaching on behalf of, and Hillary Clinton was in the pew, there would be outrage about this, and there can't be this double standard. Barack Obama has used race where it suited him, but when he doesn't suit him, he backs away from it. I mean, he made some of the most outrageous...
Well, so does her side.
No, she doesn't, because, I mean, she was held to this different standard where she said that Martin Luther King and Lyndon Baines Johnson created the civil rights legislation that passed, which was nothing offensive about that comment whatsoever. Suddenly it was portrayed as racist. So you can't have it both ways. It's an incendiary card that's been played in this election. It's not a good idea.
Well, funnily enough, as the matters were progressing...